Good show tonight, folks. Good show. Thanks for tuning in. How did we do it? I had a internet interruption. I don't know. Living in the Northeast. New York is down a little power out, went boom, bang, boom, went out and off and on and back on. We're doing it. Is what it is. Like I said, good show tonight. Good show tonight. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the show, please hit like, subscribe. Put a notification bell, get the updates on future shows. So, good show, like I said. We're going to be discussing Joe the Tyrant Biden. Joe the Tyrant Biden's America this week. In the last 7 days, Joe the Tyrant Biden's America, where we are, not even in the year into his presidency. To talk about a bunch of stuff. The loss of 2 embassies, Afghanistan and Yemen, hostages, so on and so on. So let me start off by saying welcome to Patriot Nation TV. I'm your host, Tim Davis, a.k.a. Professor X, your new age patriot with the 1776 attitude. Just one man, one opinion, trying to make sense of it all in this bizarro world. And it is Sunday, November 28th, 2021. As I said earlier, this is Joe the Tyrant Biden's America in this week. And so let's get to it. Joe Biden's America, right? This week, the Biden administration, this is how hypocritical these turds are. Yes, turds. They're a sick breed of people, these liberals, progressives, whatever you want to call them, Democrats, socialists, progressives. It's just a sick breed of people. One woman gave birth to them all. Is what it is. Sick breed. So this week, the Biden administration announced a travel ban on South Africa and several other, like 7 other African nations over the new COVID variant. The new COVID variant. The travel ban from South Africa in place to stop the spread of COVID super strain. No cries of racism from Pelosi, Schumer, and the other lying Democrats. Where are they? There's no crying, no racism. Where are they this time? Not that long ago, I remember when Trump banned travelers from China. She was screaming racism. Xenophobe. So was Schumer. So was all the other Democrats. Where are you? Where are you? I hear nothing. Not that long ago either. At this time, candidates, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. A year ago, they were talking about this with Trump. Joe Biden tweeted out 2020, a wall will not stop the coronavirus. Banning all travel from Europe or any other part of the world will not stop it. This disease could impact every nation and any person on the planet, and we need a plan to combat it. That's what Joe the Tyrant Biden said as a candidate. And if memory does serve me correct, I believe he said he had a plan, or he would have a plan by the time he was inaugurated. Brings me to Kamala Harris. She tweeted also back last year, Trump's extended un-American travel ban undermines our nation's core values. It is clearly driven by hate, not security. Right? That's what they were saying about Trump a year ago, and here they are now, putting travel bans on Africa, South African countries. Right? So now we have this new strand out, what they call Omicron. You see people on social media talking about it. There's a new super variant. What do you do? What are you doing? Hey, what's going on there? What's going on there, Tommy? Get this super variant. What do? Do you wear a mask? Do you get vaccinated? I just look at them or leave a comment like, nope. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't, unless we all just say no. It doesn't matter what we do because they'll just move the goalposts again. Claim there's a new contagious variant, and the cycle will start all over because it's not about defeating a virus. It's about maintaining fear and controlling the people. I mean, I've seen that on the meme. I'm sure a lot of other people saw memes. Omicron, that's what they're calling this super variant. It was a meme. Omicron is a anagram for moronic. That fits it perfect. It's exactly, COVID. It's a lot of buffoonery going on. That's why I say keep your eyes on the ball. What's really going on? Basically, with this whole jabs and stuff, they are straight up just mind screwing you. They're just at this point. It's just Simon says or Fauci said, do you play along or not? So according to data, if you want to call it news, that's a new variant. This new variant, it targets the youth. Right? It targets the youth. It's funny how it targets the youth, and it's right after they approved the jab for 5 to 11-year-olds. They just approved it. Last week they approved it. Now all of a sudden there's a new strand out that it affects the youth, 5 to 11-year-olds. Yeah, no, it's just a coincidence. Of course, it's coincidence. Absolutely. There's no ill intent with that. Not at all. But serious question for the parents of 5 to 11-year-olds who are getting their kids the jab, the old jab. You may not know it now, or you may not believe it, or there's not enough studies out, but what if it does affect fertility? What if it does? Are you ready for that conversation with your kids 15 years from now when they ask you why they can't have kids? I don't know. Are you ready for that? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying there's a possibility. There's a reason why. There's reason why trials take the 10, 15 years, right? The other thing you got to look at is follow the money. Human beings are not biologically dependent on pharmaceutical products to survive. There's not. Think about it. I'll repeat that. Human beings are not biologically dependent on pharmaceutical products to survive. But pharmaceutical companies are financially dependent on human beings for survival. Just follow the money. Follow the money is much wiser advice than follow the science. Because at this point, following the science is pretty silly. And it really is. So the best way to fight this new variant is just to turn off your TV. If you start, it's hard, I know. Turn it off, scroll past stupid posts. Because otherwise, just like this, hey, boom, out of nowhere, bing, a new distraction. There's always a new distraction, Over the week, past 7 days, what did Biden do? Release 18 billion gallons of oil. He gave us a whole 2 days worth of fuel. A whole 2 days worth of fuel. Yeah, that'll fix the economy. Inflation's good, right? A whole 2 days of fuel. That's what. You can't make it up. They had the Rittenhouse verdict. Of course, Joe the Tyrant Biden had to have his say in it. Called him white supremacist before the kid even went to trial. You had him convicted as a white supremacist. Defamation of character, in my eyes, right? Kyle should shoot the president of the United States. Defamation of character. You just can't go out there and call a 17-year-old kid a white supremacist and nationalist and yada, yada, yada. President of the United States. But I guess if you're Joe Biden, you can. But anyway. Rittenhouse, what can you say about Rittenhouse? I guess Kyle Rittenhouse being found innocent means we still have our right to defend ourselves. from violent mobs. It's a good thing. Also, the media did not touch on this one, where another similar self-defense case, Andrew Coffey, he also was being found innocent, which means we still have the right to defend ourselves against a violent government. Look up Andrew Coffey case. So same week, two cases, similar cases, self-defense. One was televised, one wasn't. And as a patriot, liberty-loving American, if you're not celebrating both these outcomes, both these verdicts, you're just a dumbass. What do I tell you? In Rittenhouse's case, they want to call him a murderer, they want to call him whatever, a vigilante, white supremacist. Nah. He was just a boy who stood up. Just a boy who stood up when grown men did nothing. It's that simple. And the truth of the matter is that, the truth of the matter is they weren't after Kyle Rittenhouse. It's deeper than that. He was just a pawn in the game. They really weren't after Kyle Rittenhouse. They were after, and they still are, after your right to defend yourself against armed hostiles that they support. GoFundMe pages. Kamala Harris had to go GoFundMe bail me out page for these little rioters and looters. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. And it is what it is. I mean, it's then you have this other guy, this other homicidal maniac driving a car recklessly, killing people. As young as 9 years old, as old as 92. Like 12 people, 13 people. Out on bail. They were still offering them bail. So I guess this is for the haters out there, or the woke people tuning in. That the one or two tunes in and gives me a dislike on my videos. If you are more bothered by a man defending himself than a man plowing his car through a parade of innocent people, you're the problem. Simple as that. You're the problem. But here's the kicker about this whole Rittenhouse trial. The kicker about the Rittenhouse trial is that a jury confirmed that an AR-15 is a valid defensive tool, not an assault rifle. They confirmed it. What does it mean? Yeah, give him bread, give him circuses, and they won't revolt. The old Roman, the old Roman chant: give him bread and circuses. They won't revolt. That's what we see. Oh, look over there. Another distraction. It's a distraction. What could they possibly be distracting us from with other stupid stuff? Quite possibly the case of 100 years or better. The case of, what's her name? Jeffrey Epstein's business partner, his pimp, one of his pimps. Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. Folks, I don't know, listen up. Pretty sick. Epstein, by the way, Epstein still didn't kill himself. Didn't do it. But anyway, listen up. The media is going to distract you with this new variant thing out. You try to use a Rittenhouse. They're just going to try to distract you with this new variant. The new Darrell Brooks case. Don't buy into it, though. I repeat it. Just do not buy into it. It's no surprise, other than the money-wise, a new variant is amongst us, considering her trial was this Monday. It's no surprise the media is doing everything in their power. Give this a huge pedophile ring case little to no media attention whatsoever. Nada. The fact that the media is giving this case little to no media attention should scare you. Should scare you. Scare you all. It really should. One of the biggest cases in the last 100, 200 years. Should scare you all. But it's clear. It's clear the reason why is to cover up for the elitists. And, there was an article I believe an article from Rolling Stone. The article in the Rolling Stone was correct. When this all comes out, Hollywood will never be the same as we know it. The Democrat elites are panicking, and it's showing. They're doing everything in their power. Don't be, while they're crushing everything, raising taxes on everything. Of course, none of this, of course, none of this is intentionally. No, it's not. No, absolutely. Of course not. None of it. Killing small business. No, that's not intentional. Destroying the middle class. Nope. Just a coincidence, not intentional. Transferring wealth to the ruling class. No. Dividing us with fear. Oh, absolutely not. No way. Government wouldn't do that. But if they were, just say if they were, what would they be doing what would they be doing differently? Ask yourself, what would they be doing any differently? And there's some of you out there, you still believe the media and the government. I'm not even mad. Not even mad. Can't be mad at you anymore. Still believing in the media, still believing in the government. Not even mad. That's amazing. That's just amazing to me. Not even mad, it's just amazing that you still believe it. So here we go. I'm going to end this brief little show, and Joe Biden's just following suit from the plan of action for the USA since the 1913, moving forward. Plan of action of the Democrat Party. Plan of action for the Democrat Party for the USA. Simple one. Spend, spend, spend. Under the guise of recovery, safety, and security. Bust the government. Blame the capitalists for their failure. Jump the Constitution and declare a dictatorship. Plan of action. Joe Biden's following suit. I'm Tim Davis, aka Professor X from Patriot Nation TV, signing out. As usual, God bless you, God bless America. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.